Hey my friends, thanks for joining me for another video. Now I know you're wondering, why Troy, why are you doing a Tesla video? There's tons of Tesla road trip videos. We don't need any more. And by the way, you're a photographer. Why are you doing this? Well, I was going to Colorado to do a business of photography course for the professional photographers of Colorado and some of the other surrounding affiliates that came. And it was a great trip and I really enjoyed that. But I thought, this is a great opportunity for me to put the Tesla on the road. We've had it for a while. I've done tons of road trips before and always in like our trucks and things like that. So I thought this would be really kind of fun. Plus, I get to photograph, right? So I took my infrared. I have a converted Z6 II, and I converted that to infrared. So I love shooting infrared, as many as you already know. So I thought it's a great time for me to get out on the road. So I did that. So that's the reason that I created this video. Special thanks to my buddy Frederick Van Johnson from This Week in Photo, who encouraged me to make this video because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I tried to be all fancy with fancy cameras and all that kind of stuff, like my buddy Lee Herbet at his YouTube channel's Not a Car Guy. Way better Tesla videos than I make, by the way. And I finally defaulted to the phone because it was just so much easier and I had it with me all the time. So I had a little bit of audio issues, so I think I fixed most of those in post editing, but for the most part, it was very casual, kind of a home movie vibe, if you will. Lots of good tips, though. I think there's good information in there, and it was fun for me. So a couple things on the Tesla front. The drive was amazing. The car ran great. I really enjoyed that. Being a truck guy, this is the first like sort of luxury vehicle that I've driven, so I was excited. Like, it was fun to drive. It's super comfortable. So charging, a lot of people are asking and struggling with charging. And I've noticed in a lot of the other YouTube videos on road trips that, they'll drive and they'll get to a place at like 5% or 10% and they're totally happy with that and then just go to the next place. I don't road trip like that. I like to drive and see something shiny and just like bail down a side road and go photograph something. Well, if you're just navigating point to point using Tesla's navigation system, right, where it shows you the superchargers, it doesn't account for that. It's really about getting you from charger to destination as fast as possible. And so for me, I wanted to be able to, just side trip if I wanted to. And that was really important. So what I did was I decided after I arrived in Beaver, Utah, which was my first outing, and the Tesla app navigated me to Beaver with only 7% remaining, I wasn't happy with that, because if I didn't make it to Beaver, or if I got there and the chargers were down for some reason, or who knows, I was out of luck. There were no other chargers within range that I had left to get to. And so I thought, okay, from here on out, I'm going to charge just like I would buy fuel. Right? When I felt like stopping, I would find a charger and I would plug in, I would stretch and use the restroom and have a snack. And then I would charge till I wanted to be done charging. And sometimes I charged to 100%. And because I had time, because I had lunch or I walked around, and I was okay with that. I'm like, I'm going to use the car. I'm just going to use it the way I want to use it. Not going to worry about battery health and all those things, right? I'm just going to use it. So that's what I did. So very oftentimes I would be driving and I'd be like, I need a stretch. I look at the map. Oh, look, there's a charger coming up in 20 miles, 30 miles. I would navigate to it so the car would precondition the battery. I would get there. I would charge as much as I wanted and I would hit the road. So I rarely ever got to a destination with less than 20%. Sometimes I would get there with like 40, 50%. And I would still charge. Because what if I want to go photograph a tree I see in the distance and I drive over there or something? Like, for me as a photographer, that is what I really need to be able to do. And that really made me feel good. So the range percentage was very, very accurate throughout the entire drive. I realize everybody's going to have a little bit different experience. I stuck to the speed limit. I wasn't in a hurry. So I was just cruising, enjoying the drive. So I set my cruise control to the speed limit or plus or minus a little bit based on traffic. And I just cruised, and it did a fantastic job of predicting my my destination. I will suggest, though, is that you learn how to use the iPhone app, and schedule your preconditioning. If you're going to be like I was in Beaver, I stayed at the Comfort Inn and Suites, and then in the morning I went over to the Chargers, and it was super slow, as you'll see in the video. So learn to precondition that right there. I only had 1 or 2 instances of phantom braking, and if you guys aren't familiar with what that is, you know, you'll be in cruise control and the car will just brake, and you're like, what the heck did I miss? I noticed it happened in the evening, and it only happened on like a really dark, either wet or fresh blacktop. So for some reason that was a commonality for me. So in the evening, I just turned off the adaptive cruise control, and everything worked fine. My only complaint, my only complaint, and it's just sort of an interface design issue, is that for me, I was constantly looking on the Tesla for the next supercharger that I wanted to go at. Usually while I was sitting charging, but the interface itself is really messy, right? You got your car on the left, which consumes almost, a third of your screen. And then when you go into the superchargers, it shows a column. And then right next to that is the only area of the map that shows where the superchargers are. So you can kind of like scroll around and find them. So what I started doing is, and I'll put a link in the description, but on Tesla's website, they have like a Find Us website, and then you can actually find Tesla chargers kind of based on your area or zip code. And I would use that and then send that location to the car. So I'll give a link to that. I also used an application called A Better Route Planner, and that helped me find other chargers as well as the Tesla chargers. It's an okay app. I'm not 100% happy with it. I think that it's a newer app maybe, and it's got a bunch of stuff to figure out. But if you're going to be using a CSS adapter or something like that to charge it like the Electrify America, it's a great app to kind of help you find chargers in between and kind of plan your route. It's just additional information. Really is what that's all about. So aside from that, we had a great time. I'll definitely make sure you guys get to see some of the infrared pictures that I took on the way. Nothing amazing. I was driving most of the time, and then when I got to Colorado, I was working. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will do my best to get to them for you. Otherwise, have a great day. Enjoy your car. Enjoy some photography. Get outside. Stay cool. And thanks for watching. Set, go. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, whatever. All right. So road tripping to Colorado in the Tesla, 1,000 miles. Never done it before. I realize lots of people have talked about how to do this. I've never done it, so I'm sure I'm gonna make all kinds of mistakes. Thanks to all the YouTubers out there that I watched. I'll put your names in the description, who helped me kind of mentally get prepared and feel safe for this, because you did it before me. So anyway, look, this is what I did. I've got my Lion Energy battery, which I use to power everything. I'm gonna power my refrigerator with that so I don't drain the car. In the trunk, I have my camera bag and my cameras, my emergency kit, my tripod, all my stuff. You gotta have your water. And then everybody who travels with Troy knows that we have an epic snack bag. So let's go look at that. We'll go look at the snack bag. Get the seats up. There we go. All right, so as we drive and we get snacky, we have beef jerky, we have trail mix, I don't know what these are. We have those. Oh yeah, and you can't forget, like, I live on these, like chemical breakfasts. And and then pretzels. You gotta have pretzels. I don't know, there's just lots of stuff in there, that we all have to have and take. What do I have under here? Oh yeah, I got more vlogging equipment. We gotta have our stuff. That's it, super simple. We're gonna leave. It's time to go. All right, so here we are. We are just outside of Barstow. Man, what a flashback from the days of desert racing and all that kind of stuff that we used to do. This is so crazy out here, and it's so built up. But we just got past all the traffic and all the buildings, and my percentage is up to 38% by the time I reach Primm, Nevada. So, but I am going to stop in Baker because I want to see it. It's like a touristy thing for Tesla owners. So we'll see what it's like. We'll see what it's like. So this is what my drive looks like right now. All right, so we're en route. We are going up Cajon Pass. I am in cruise control with, well, here, I'll show you. I've got the adaptive cruise control on, so it's not full auto drive, but it's a little bit. It's nice, keeps me in the lane. I'm following 2 other Model Ys, which is kind of cool. We've been cruising up this hill together. It says I'll arrive in Primm, Nevada with like 34%. So we'll see. Let's see how it does. See how it predicts going up and down these hills and everything with the weather. Just driving. Barstow, 16 miles. We're gonna go to Baker. I want to see what the charging looks like there in Baker. Well, you should be at Baker with, I don't know, 50%. So I'll probably get a little extra charge, but nothing major. It's hot out. It's a lot of that. Whole lot of that. So here we are at the Baker Tesla Charging Center. It's not super busy, but I'm having lunch because I have a plethora of goodies. So this is what my refrigerator looks like. I got my water, grapes. Ooh, there's a ho-ho. Yes. And I got 10 minutes to go. So I gotta get ready. So this is super cool. I'm at Baker, and it looks like they got a whole bunch of new chargers going in over there, which would be nice. No idea how many. Damn, I got like 5 minutes left on my charging here. We're at a 75 kilowatt charger, so I'm getting about 61 kilowatts right now. I got my snack chilling over here on my lunch actually, and my apple and my water, and I'm good to go. I ran in and used the bathroom. They are functional is what I'll say. They're not like super nice, but you know, hey, thank you Baker for having this set up in Tesla. Like this thing is amazing. So my next stop is, I don't know, I have to look at the range because it was going to put me in Primm and then on to Baker, no, Utah. So I don't know, we're gonna see. The mapping is really cool. It's been changing my range as I get closer and closer and closer, so, and how I drive, so that's pretty nice. So I'm about to hit 80%, which means I gotta unplug and get out of here, and we're on our way. All right, so I just got to Beaver, Utah, and it looks like this is a fairly new charging station because all of them are 250 watt, and they do share ABC, and I think I see a D over there. So, but there's nobody here, so I'm actually getting a full 250 watts of charging. Wow, that's super cool. And this is where I'm staying the first night, so this is great. I love this. So, good for Beaver. Well, good morning. It is, well, it's 8:30 Utah time, which means I'm up at like 7:30 my time. And for those of you that know me, that is an accomplishment all in itself, and we won't even get into that. But anyway, I am in Beaver, Utah at those charging stations that I may have previously shared with you. I wasn't able to finish charging last night. It got a little bit too late and I needed to check into the hotel. So, but I thought I would get up early and run over here and charge before I had to check out. And I didn't precondition the battery. And these are 250 watt chargers. So when I first got here, it said I'm only getting 80 kilowatts. But if you look at the screen says that it's going to be, oh, now you get the supercharger. Battery will precondition for faster charging, right? So next time it's warning me, it's telling me I should have done that. That's my bad. So here I sit and no preconditioning, and it's going to charge slower. Should have thought of that. Lesson learned. Okay, well, now it won't happen to you because I'm sharing it with you. But anyway, there you go. So I decided to stop at a little side bit over here, and my friend Frederick decided he wanted to call in, so we're having a little Zoom call. So Frederick, say hi.
Howdy.
I know, isn't that great? Oh, it's so much fun. All right, back to the road. Well, I stopped in Green River to charge. They got, I think it's like 850 watt chargers there, which is nice. Just looking at the memorial in memory of this little Riverwalk sign. It's really neat. I love this little town. This town is really, really great. Might stay here on the way back. There's nice walks and hikes, and it's just really pretty. So, you know, gonna charge up here and then move on. Probably gonna charge to 100%. They'll let me charge to 100% here, and it's fairly quick, and that way I can skip a whole bunch of the next chargers and just do a long haul. So that's my plan. Okay, so if you didn't know, all right, so see how this charger over here says 4A and that's 4B. So he's on number 4, and then I'm over here on 3B and 3A. So what that means is that if I would have parked right next to this guy over there, we would have to share power, which would take 150 kilowatt potential charge and split it in half. So that's why you see cars like this spread out, is that we're all trying to get our own bank of chargers. Sometimes the chargers are split in 2, sometimes they're split in 4, but you can always tell by looking at the number and then the subletter. So just a little tip for faster charging. I don't know exactly where I am, but it was time for a stop and a break and a stretch, and I thought I'd clean the windows. So pretty out here. Wow, so nice. So we're here back at Parachute. Look, I got it. Look at my co-driver. It's so nice, but she's working.
Well,
she's not really co-driving. Well, she is a little bit. She's helping. She's good.
Co-driving.
We're charging. You know, I got to figure out, like, this is a class 3 or level 3 supercharger, and I think that's 250 kilowatts, but we're only getting 80 kilowatts, and I'm the only one on my connection. So I'm not sure why it does that. So I've got to learn how that works. But there's my little dinosaur friend over there. It's nice and warm. It's very cool. You know, I will say, for those that, you know, are looking at getting a Tesla or worried about like the supercharger experience, it is super cool to stop and take a break and stretch, and you just kind of build that into your experience. So if you're in a rush, then you just charge what you need and you leave. But like for us, we're gonna charge over what we need so we can get a little further down the road and enjoy the weather. So here we are, Parachute, great stop. Supercharger's like 13 here or something like that. So there you go. Okay, we're in a museum, and we have to be quiet.
So excited.
We're so excited. Look.
You're whispering really loud.
Yeah, look what we got. Shh. We have stuff to read. We're not reading it at all. We're just walking around. Okay, so here we are again at Green River, and look who's still here.
Co-pilot.
Kira the co-pilot.
Co-pilot Kira.
Yep, you might remember this. We were here before. It has not gotten any cooler, so we're gonna walk down there a little bit. If the sun goes behind the clouds, then we might keep walking. Otherwise, we're gonna go sit in the air-conditioned Tesla and eat an apple. All right, let's go. You got your water?
Yep.
We got a water. Get your water on. If you're watching this, have some water. Utah, beautiful Utah. I don't know, is that a song? Is that a thing?
It is now.
I don't know, it's a song now. Somebody needs to write the chorus, and I'll do the solo.
Perfect. Great. It's done. Well.
And we're rolling up to 80.
Look at that.
There we go.
We're flying now. What?
You should record. Oh.
record you turning down the air so we can hear ourselves talk.
So,
Oh,
when you're road tripping and your co-pilot, who you need a co-pilot, says, we need a snack.
That was me.
Said co-pilot. Look at where the snack takes us.
I mean, it's an obvious choice, in my opinion. You're not. Are you going to the... There it is, the destination.
I'm so tired. I have no energy.
Oh.